Good evening and welcome to the Whiskey Lover Society with me, Gert Actief. Yeah, 7 o'clock in the evening. The sun is still shining here in Belgium. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. I love summers here in Belgium. Coming from South Africa, we have a 7-8 o'clock sundown time. Of course, here 10 o'clock, 10:30. Sundown here in Brussels. Still cannot get used to that, but I do love it. I love sitting in the evening in the sun and enjoying life, and of course a good whiskey. Just before I start the review of this whiskey, I just have a quick request. Please remember to like and subscribe. After you watch the video and you think it was a good video, give me a comment, tell me what do you think. I also have a Patreon account. A lot of people have been asking me how can they support my channel. So of course the only way at this stage is to do it via my Patreon account, and you feel free to give a donation. Also, there's some people that reached out to me to make some samples available. It's something that is they found, maybe something an obscure whiskey. Feel free, contact me. You can do it via my link in the description, or you can look me up on Instagram, and you can also send me a private message there if you want to contribute towards the channel. So tonight's whiskey, we are looking at a Bere Barley, 50% ABV. It is natural color, non-chill filtered. It's a 10-year-old whiskey, and it's matured in first full Jack Daniels and a little bit of a Jim Beam cask, so a little bit of a American influence on it, and cost around 72 euros for the bottle. So not a bad price for a 10-year-old, but of course it's all about the nosing and tasting. So color wise, it is natural color, 10 years old. So considering 10 years old, it's quite a light one. So there's no sherry cask influence on this one. Nice light, maybe a little bit of a straw color coming through. Leg wise, if I look at the legs, that's very thin, fast legs, so it's not a oily, viscous whiskey. So on the nose, cheers. That is light floral notes coming out. It's it feels like a little bit of walking down an orchard, summertime, and you've got all this fragrances of the blossoms on the trees, the apple blossoms. Absolutely fantastic on the nose. Very light. There's also a little bit of a sweetness to it, but definitely not overpowering the sweetness. It smells a little bit of summer in a glass. So every time that I do go back, it feels like it's opening up a little bit. I feel there's a little bit more sweetness coming out. 50% ABV, even with a little bit of an agitation, I don't get a lot of that 50%. There's also a hint of a vanilla and a little bit of a toffee note coming out. And then I get a little bit of a fresh fruit as well, a little bit of a apple, or maybe something like a fresh or green pear note coming out. And right at the back I also get a little bit of a chocolate note. Absolutely fantastic on the nose. I do love the nose on it. I like the lightness of it with that hint of a sweetness on it. So on the taste, cheers. This is a very light whiskey. It's a sweet whiskey. A little bit of that toffee note definitely coming through. Again, the 50% ABV is not really showing up on the taste as well. And surprisingly, it had a little bit of a oily mouthfeel to it. I didn't see it on the glass, but there's definitely some oiliness. A hint of that dark chocolate is also coming out. It's a little bit of a sour note in the end. And I also get a hint of a tannins, of that oaky tannins coming out, but it's quite balanced. Let me just try one more time. So sorry about all the noise. The neighbors are out, everybody's having a fun in the sun. When the sun's out, even the airplanes are driving me crazy. They're using the wrong runway today. So of course, as soon as you take out your camera and you want to make a video, of course the noises start showing up. So I was sitting here on my chair thinking this is a good idea to do a video. It's so quiet outside, and all of a sudden all hell breaks out. So anyway, this is me on the Bruichladdich Bere Barley. Absolutely fantastic. Definitely something that I would consider buying again. It is 72 euros for a bottle, so a little bit on the expensive side, but I think it's well worth the price. So remember to like and subscribe, and I see you next time.